I recently picked up the rare Air Jordan 3s, and I'm telling you right now, I truly think these are highly underappreciated. So let's go ahead and unbox these so I can give you guys my thoughts and opinions about the shoe and where I think they'll go in the future. So as you can see from the box, you got that Jordan face on there, and that's going to be similar to the early 2000s, how we had the face box back then. Now they did do a different twist on it. Instead of having that silver lid with the top end and then the black all throughout, they actually did an all black box with the black gloss with the face on there. And that right there alone is a huge hit. We've been asking for the face box forever, and I'm so excited to see that. Now looking at the front of the box, you can see you have your Jumpman with the Flight logo, and that's going to be the same thing here on the back end of the box. And reading the size tag, it says Air Jordan 3 Retro OG Black, Charcoal Red, Neutral Gray, and retail on these things was $210. Now flipping open the lid of the box, one cool hit that I love to see on here, they actually added that same Jumpman branding like you see on the Jordan 3 box, but it's actually on the inside of the lid. So you have your red Jumpman with the Flight text just below that, and that's also similar to your Air Jordan 4. And then you have your all over elephant print paper, and then you have some white paper individually wrapping each shoe, and pulling that off, you got the shoe. Oh, you got the shoe. So I originally saw these during New York Fashion Week back in September, and I made an Instagram post about that. The comments sound like everybody was loving the shoe, but now in current time, these things are sitting everywhere. So I definitely got some questions I want to ask the people, and I'll give you guys my thoughts and opinions a little bit later. Oh yeah, and if you didn't know by now, my name is DJ, and this is the DNA Show. Now before we get into all the details, because trust me, there are a lot of switch ups on this shoe, you know we gotta go over the history first. Back in 1988, there were 4 original Air Jordan 3s that came out, and those shoes were the white cement 3s, the black cement 3s, the fire red 3s, and the true blue 3s. Now these do have resemblance of those sneakers, which we will get into in a little bit, but this is kind of a part of its own pack, and we'll talk about that as well. We have seen almost 100 different colorways of Air Jordan 3s alone, and a ton of different sample iterations over the years that have surfaced on the internet or old magazines or different catalogs where sneakers had been used for promo, but the actual version was different that came out to the public. And while sneakers have been produced, there have definitely been a ton of mess ups as well. Prime example, you have sneakers with backward swooshes, the wrong color pattern on the midsole, switch ups on materials, different insoles, different outsoles, the list goes on, and that's natural human error. We get it. But because of that, that is also deemed as rare air to Jordan Brand, because those are pairs of sneakers that are, again, very rare, highly sought after, and very valuable. So as you can see from some of the photos that I just showed you guys from there and the different eBay listings and things like that, this is definitely its own unique niche of sneaker collecting in itself. So Jordan Brand decided to take a play off of that and use that with their different creations of the Air Jordan 1s and the highs and the lows, and we saw different sample iterations that are still not even coming out to the public, but are a part of this rare air collection that were recently debuted a couple weeks ago. And then obviously you have the Air Jordan 4s and the Air Jordan 11s set to come out soon as well. And you'll notice everything is somewhat cohesive when it comes to the coloring, with the reds, blacks, whites, grays, and blues. And I can tell you right now, I am not mad at what they did with this pair right here. And again, you're gonna have a lot of people comparing these against the black cement 3s, which recently came out back in the fall, so I understand that. And we'll talk about poll results a little bit later in the video, but for now, let's go ahead and get into all the details, because each shoe is similar but not the same. Starting with the outsole, as you can see, you have your classic Air Jordan 3 bottom, but they switched it up a little bit and gave us the different color pattern. Typically you have red with the red or blue with the blue, whatever it may be, but this time they switched it up with the 2 different colors here, and then you have your sail color here on the middle of the foot with the gray all throughout the rest of the area. Now going up to the midsole, another switch up on the color blocking. Typically you have the same color here, all black going all throughout, or all blue, or whatever it may be, but they gave you a nice little switch up here, giving you the 2-tone on the midsole on the upper half, and then that sail color on the bottom half with the white exposed air unit in the heel of the foot. Now looking at the upper in the materials, honestly, I am not mad at the materials. I think they did a really good job on these, and overall Jordan Brand as a whole has been doing a really good job on a lot of these retros recently over the past couple years. Again, not every single shoe is going to be exactly the same when it comes to the level of quality or things like that, but this pack, even the Jordan 1s that had came out, I ended up getting those, but I got rid of them. They did a solid job on the shoe. Whether you like the colorway or not, overall it's a nice shoe. Today's partner is Sneaker Throne. They have multiple options when it comes to durable and high quality display cases. One of my personal favorites is the drop side display case. I'm a size 13 and I can easily fit my shoes inside of here, and I have hundreds of these stacked throughout my rooms to display my sneakers. When it comes to the cases in particular, you have 4 different color options: clear, black, white, and red. So if you're looking at grabbing one of these for yourself or for someone else, make sure you guys check out sneakerthrone.com, and don't forget to use the discount code DNA show at checkout for 10% off of all your orders. Now another switch up on the shoe is going to be that elephant print. There's no longer that on the shoe. You have your suede here on the front and the back end, and then they also did different colors on the suedes. So for example, if it was a mess up and they mixed the suedes up and got two different shades different, and they put one here and one there and they kind of changed it up, I like how they gave it a nice little switch up on that as well. Again, some people love it, some people hate it, but I like where they're going and I see the storytelling through it. Now these come standard with a pair of all black laces, and in the center of the tongue and on the side of the eyelid area, similar to some of your other Jordan 3s that we've seen in the past, you have a gray suede here matching the back end, and that's going to be the same thing on the tongue with your perforations on the bottom half. Now going to the top end of the tongue, this is also going to have that gray suede, and this would, in my opinion, I thought it would have been dope because we've seen this before on different shoes. But if you notice, both of the shoes have a Jumpman, so if they would have done a backwards Jumpman or an upside down Jumpman on one of the tongues, that would have been fire, and you'll see what I'm saying in a second. Now looking on the collar right here, you have your all black material and then your blue behind the tongue, and then on the sock liner you're gonna have a all blue sock liner with your white Rare Air and your red Nike Swoosh. These also come with an additional pair of sail laces, which I also think look really good in this shoe. Which would you guys prefer, the sail laces or the black laces? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now looking at the insole, before I get too far into this video, pulling this out, as you can see, you have a Dream Sail insole. So again, not your polyurethane, but at the same time a pretty solid insole to say the least. Now going to the back end on the heel tab and around the collar area, you're gonna see you have this blue nubuck compared to the suede at the bottom end, and then on the back tab, you'll notice this tab is actually backwards on the right foot and is going the correct direction on the left foot. So they did a backwards tab, which was great. I love that. I was so excited about seeing that because this is, again, something that we don't see often. So my thought, similar to the college PEs, how they go vice versa, this, that, the other, whether it's the insole, sock liner, or back tab, they kind of do the opposite on the front end compared to the back end. So because they did a backwards Nike Air, I was thinking, oh, it'd be dope if they did a backwards Jumpman or an upside down Jumpman on the other foot, saying that this is the correct version, knowing that you have the correct tab and then the correct Jumpman. So if they would have switched the Jumpman on the left foot, I thought that would have been dope. But again, another small detail that may or may not matter to other people, but I don't know, I just thought it was something cool. Now besides all that, as you guys can see, I would clearly vote this sneaker as being fire or worth being in the collection, and I want to talk about that real quick because price and current value and future value and what it means to the sneaker community and the culture and this, that, the other, I think this shoe actually has a lot of storytelling behind it from all the years over the past 40 years, and especially, you know, what's come for what, 37 years or whatever it's been since the Jordan 3s in particular. But I like how they went about this and did this with the pack, with the 4s, the 3s, the 1s, the lows, the highs, the this, that, the others, the 11s, you name it. I just like the idea of the pack, and I think this pack is going to be one of those underappreciated, not a lot of value behind it. Some people like it, some people hate it type thing. But then you look at the Tour 4s and you again have that removable patch, and some people liked it and some people didn't during the time when those came out. I vividly remember because I had them then, I still have them now, and I think this is going to be one of those timestamp sneakers, the 40th year anniversary, the pack, the set, the, oh, you still got that? Man, I remember when those came out and nobody wanted them. They were going for below retail, and now look, they're 350 bucks. I think this is one of those shoes. Now, is it going to be next year or the year after? No, I think it's going to be 7, 8, 10 years from now. And you guys know, us collectors, we've been collecting for a long time and time flies really quick. So for me, not only do I like the shoe, I think it's going to be dope to have in the collection later and see that a lot of people just don't appreciate it. That's fine by me. I think the quality, the materials, everything all around is solid, well worth having in the collection. And now when it comes to pricing, I think that's a big thing. Retail was 210 bucks. They continue to raise the price of retail value, and that means what? People have to spend more money, they have to be more selective. So I can see why they might shy away from this colorway, saying they have other similar colorways in their collection as well, like we saw from the comparison of, well, those look similar to the Black Cement 3s. I get that argument all the time from a lot of people. I see that, but you know me, I'm a collector and I like all the different stuff and the variation, so I'm gonna get those in those at the end of the day. But with all that being said, I think this is gonna be one of those great entry level sneakers that go below retail. Even if you look at other websites, the retail price is $210 and it's going for below that on other resale sites. So with that, you might be able to find them in your local markets for below retail from resale shops, different scenarios and factors. You might find a used pair that was lightly used, and next thing you know, you bought them for 100, 120 bucks and you're very happy about it. And then you create a lot of memories in it. And that was like, say for example, you're a new collector that just started this year, last year, or something like that. These are going to be those staple iconic sneakers that then make a huge movement to collectors later down the line, because each era and generation has their sneakers. And I think the 3s and the 4s from this generation, this current time, new era collectors, I think they're going to really appreciate these because they were somewhat attainable for the most part. I know the 4s is a different story, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. So let me know what you guys think down below. I truly think this is gonna be one of them ones. It's gonna take some time, but it's gonna be one of them ones. So I posted a poll on my Instagram story to see what everybody else thinks over there. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on IG so you can participate in that and see all the results here. This is what the people said. 72% of the people chose fire and 28% of the people chose trash. Honestly, that's a pretty solid ranking if you think about it, with it being a new colorway, new storyline, all the different things along that, especially with so many Air Jordan 3 colorways in particular. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not a top 10 Air Jordan 3 of all time. I get that. There's a ton of great Air Jordan 3s out there. Completely understandable. But at the same time, I still love and respect this shoe, and I think they did a good job on it, and it's worth having in my collection at least. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, how you feel about this shoe, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, we got a ton more reviews, ranking videos, and other stuff to come on the channel. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Very close to 400,000 subscribers, and I cannot wait to do this giveaway. All right, you guys, I'm out.
I would never let you down, it's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I would never let you down, it's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I was made for it, it's in it.